Hi everyone. Yes, this is about Five Nights at Freddy's again. But thankfully it's not about Secret of the Mimic. That game has been, done for already. It's still being talked about. And I just hope that people talk about some certain things that I want to know about, like, for example, Chica's Party World, because, there's barely any information about that. The story about that location in Secret of the Mimic, but whatever. This is about, well, as you might know, I have already talked about this a bunch of times, and especially about my own character, so I'll make this quick. The Schmidt family, my version of it. Mike Schmidt, Mary, my character Quinnsezl, and Marilyn. Now, Five Nights at Candy's, created by Emil Mako, is one of my favorite fan games of Five Nights at Freddy's. It has a consistent story, and even though it took place in the original trilogy of Fnaf, I would still consider it canon, or at least in a headcanon, to the current Fnaf universe. And I'm still a believer about the whole Mary and Mike ship. Even though they're completely unrelated, thankfully, but they wouldn't actually be a mere couple by a Meosum perspective because of their huge age gap. And I get it, but if I had to estimate their age gap, it would be like 12 years, because I'm pretty sure Mary would be 6 years old in 1961, and she would be born around 1955. Meanwhile, Mike would be 16 in 1983, and he would have been born in 1967. So, a 12-year age gap, which is big, but thankfully I heard from a friend of mine on TikTok a few years ago where she said that her parents have an 11-year age gap. So, a 12-year age gap for two people who are both adults, who would both be adults when they would meet, presumably, and get married. And they would actually have something in common, be nice people, and they're both good, nice, gentle people who were traumatized and who are presumably over 18. But, okay, anyway, so I've been wanting my character Quinnsezl in the Fnaf canon for quite some time, and some of the times at certain points in my life, I get a little bit desperate about this. I have problems. I'm an absolute mess. But I created my character 10 to 11 years ago after FNAF 2, some popularity sort of skyrocketed, especially about the marionette, also known as the puppet. I already had videos about showing the chapter of my Wattpad story of the FNAF timeline, explaining my character Quinnsezl and how the marionette inspired me to create my character. Especially back then, during the time of FNAF 2, people thought that the marionette was a girl, so my character's a girl. She has orange hair, mostly because I thought of the marionette having bright colored hair, and I just went with it. She has blue eyes, pale skin, and currently, I imagine her wearing a dress similar, something marionette-like. She's wearing a black knee-length dress with short sleeves, a white neck scarf, black and white vertical striped stockings, and black ballet flats. She also has a black bow in her hair. I said this a couple of videos before, but basically, if Mary Schmidt was in the official Fnaf timeline, in the official Fnaf story, obviously get rid of the huge age gap and make Mary a bit closer to Mike's age, but I would still. Here's the thing. So there's this alternate timeline that I have for my character Quinnsezl, where she's a teenager in the 1960s, and her parents, Mary and Mike, have a 3-year age gap, with Mike being older than Mary. So, if Mary was in the official Fnaf timeline, she would be 3 years younger than Mike, and she would still keep the color green and her outfit, but for the color green with different outfits, but her same outfit with different colors. You might know what I mean. And let's just say, we don't know anything about what Mike actually looks like, or if he's actually related, or if, like, Michael Afton, for example, is actually the foxy, older brother, or that, what he might actually look like as like a 3D human model, something like that. Neither about Mary's daughter Marilyn. She supposedly vaguely supposed to resemble her mother, which yeah, might make sense. There's also been things like, for example, Harmony's Fnaf Kids Club like little show that they're doing. They released episode 1 and I immediately loved it. The art style is, the 3D art style is very similar to Scott Cawthon's actual art style when he was creating Christian short films for something. But yeah, I find his 3D art style really cute, especially with the big eyes. Let me just show you something. So this is a AI picture that I made of Cassidy, the 5th missing child of the missing children's incident, and who presumably possesses Golden Freddy. She has black hair, black long hair, pale skin, and presumably she would be wearing a blue dress, at least to me, because in certain cases like the 4th Closet description, or at least the 4th Closet graphic novel and the security logbook, Cassidy is wearing a blue outfit, and in the security logbook there's a little girl with black pigtails, and she's presumably wearing a blue top or a blue shirt. So Cassidy would have her hair in pigtails, and she would be wearing blue. At least, I think that Cassidy officially, canonically, has pigtails. And this is what I imagine Cassidy as a teenager. Let me just say this. I imagined a story where Cassidy is reborn as a teenager, and being brought back to life, and she would be around 17 years old, and she would have her hair straight and long, and she would be wearing a yellow polka dot romper. Isn't she nice? There are other things that I wanted to talk about, like, for example, the Pirate Boys official Fnaf VHS videos. I, I, I love his work. I absolutely love it. And I also love his drawings. Like, his drawings look so cool. I love them. But also, I'm a little concerned about it. Because, a character, having their organs being hung out, and, yeah, I have questions about that. Now, of course, the main point was to talk about my character. Again, I'm in a bit of a loophole with the whole Five Nights at Freddy's going on, and my character is important to me. So, for the Pirate Boy, I would want him to make more VHS videos, but if he was finished with the Afton Secrets, and if he would want to do more, but with a separate story, I obviously have some ideas for him, especially involving Henry Emily, which also, I'm pretty sure Harmony hasn't done a 3D model of Henry Emily. At least I'm not sure. But I definitely have an idea where that can go. I mean, never mind. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do about this point. Emil Mako, his Five Nights at Candy's series is great. I love it. And I really wish that Five Nights at Candy's 4 can be announced, released, something surrounding it. The Pirate Boy, I love your VHS series of the Aftons, and please do more. We want more. And Harmony, I love the Fazbear Kids Club, absolutely love it, and wish there was more. We need more things. But concerning my character and, this, yeah. I need to make some exceptions about it. For example, Scott Coffin some 3D models, which Harmony does for the Vesper Kids Club. Emily Mako needing to, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure due to certain interviews that Emil Mako has never talked about the story involving especially the characters, like why. And the Pirate Boy, if you want to do separate VHS some story videos, I can certainly have some ideas for that. Also, if anyone watched my last video, I hope you're staying safe. And if you enjoyed this video, thank you. If you didn't, that's totally fine. Please stay safe, stay at home, stay away from protests, segregated areas, and don't forget to smile. See you in the next video. Bye.